I think I had a great experience for my first time actually like being a part of a team, and I appreciate the Eagles for even giving me the opportunity. But my experience was it was good. I say I enjoyed the coaches. I enjoyed picking up NFL offense and just being able to be around the guys and just try to soak up as much as I can.
We're going to keep it right here on the Football Playbook. Hopefully, we have our next guest who's been waiting patiently in the virtual green room. DeAndre Torrey here on the Football Playbook. There he is checking in, of course, recently with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're so happy to have him here today, talk about his football journey and what's next for him. Good morning, DeAndre. Thanks for waiting by and standing by. I know you're a busy man as well, so thanks for hopping on the Football Playbook. How are you?
Good morning, man. Thanks for having me. I'm
Where
good.
where are we checking in from today?
We're checking in from Mississippi right now.
Okay, so let's go to your Philadelphia experience because the Eagles brought you in here. It was a numbers game when it's all said and done, but you did get an opportunity to lay down some film, hopefully audition for some other teams. But talk to us about your Philadelphia Eagles experience.
I think I had a great experience for my first time actually like being a part of a team, and I appreciate the Eagles for even giving me the opportunity. But my experience was it was good. I say I enjoyed the coaches. I enjoyed picking up NFL offense and just being able to be around the guys and just try to soak up as much as I can.
Yeah, and we made a lot about kind of the practice or the lack of physicality in practice. So maybe it was tough to kind of make your presence known when you don't have that kind of environment during the training camp situation. But how would you compare your NFL training camp experience to your North Texas Mean Green, taking that step up, the level of competition? Obviously, everybody's fast at the next level. Did you kind of sense that and feel that, or not so much?
I would say for my experience, I didn't really see a huge difference. I feel like I was still playing at the same speed and I was able to be successful at the things that I was already successful at. But as far as the playbook goes and just the way training and practice is organized, I would say that it's much more detailed and you have to be attentive detail even when you're not like in. You still got to be getting reps. So I'll just say the details of everything in the NFL is definitely more complex.
Yeah, we heard that from our man on the beat, John McMullen, said that every second is accounted for. There's no wasted time, no wasted movements. Coach Sirianni has everything detailed out to the T and the I. What's it like playing for Coach Sirianni? Because he seems like a very personable guy. He seems like a player's coach. Can you take us through the personality? What's the DNA makeup of a Coach Sirianni?
It's great to play for him, man. I was only there for a short amount of time, but I learned so much. I mean, he really emphasizes his details. He emphasizes doing everything, the little things right, and just being an eagle, like not falling into how anybody else practices or how anybody else is doing things. There's a standard at Philly, and he makes sure that everybody knows that no matter who you are or what you play, he makes sure that the whole team knows the standard.
Yeah, what I like about it too is the Eagles, they don't discriminate, they regulate. A lot of teams, might see your size, not the biggest guy, might shy away. The Eagles, they don't care. They had Darren Sproles for a long time. They've got someone like Boston Scott in camp, kind of a similar size and frame stature. So, what were you able to pick up? What were you able to learn and improve upon during your time in Eagles training camp? And uh, did you kind of see a Boston Scott or some of the other guys like a Miles Sanders as mentors? Were you able to pick up some things from those guys?
Yeah, I was definitely able to lean to Miles and Boston as mentors. Unfortunately, Miles was dealing with injuries, so he wasn't really practicing, but he was right there. He was making sure that I knew the plays, making sure that I was locked into the games because the reps were limited because I came so late. But he was making sure that I was getting a rep even when I wasn't in. And Boston was just keeping me level headed, because I'm a young guy coming in. I didn't really understand how the rep situation worked. He was just telling me like, man, stay patient and know what you're doing at all times. And when coach asks you something, just know the answer. So I think that really helped me a lot to deal with that part, that transition of coming from North Texas, where I'm a guy that's getting every rep in practice, to now I'm a guy who has to kind of take a step back and just learn from what I'm viewing and just make sure that I'm still locked into practice, even when I'm not in.
Yeah, DeAndre Torrey, former Eagles running back, star-studded career at North Texas, 40 touchdowns during your collegiate career for the Mean Green, over 5,000 rushing yards when you tally it all up between JUCO and North Texas. And your journey is a unique one because I believe you played for my guy Jeff Fisher as well for the Michigan Panthers there in the USFL. Take us through that experience.
Yeah, I did. The USFL had been trying to get me like before the season started, but I was so me and my agent we felt like it was best for me to just try to stay tunnel vision on the NFL because that's where I wanted to play. But it was getting kind of late, and I wasn't hearing anything. So the Michigan Panthers had hit my agent up like 3 or 4 times, and they're like, "Hey, we'd love to get DeAndre in. Like, we have a spot opening this week." They had a running back go down, and fortunately, I was in Mississippi, so I'm like 2.5 hours away from Birmingham. So it was like he can just drive here. So it
Yeah.
all worked out, and it was a great experience. I was glad I got to meet Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff's fun stuff, man. He loves the game. He was our coach out at the NFLPA Collegiate Ball. In fact, I was there when they signed Fish because the USFL had come out to Pasadena at the Rose Bowl to come and talk to Jeff to be the head coach for the Michigan Panthers. So we were one of the first to find out, and I'm so glad that it materialized because that's what the league is there for. You came out of the draft, you didn't get picked up, you laid down some film, you got picked up, and now hopefully you did enough to maybe generate or garner some more interest around the NFL. Has your agent heard anything? Have you been in communication with any teams? What is DeAndre Torrey doing to stay ready here?
We've heard a few things from a few different teams. Just asking like, am I healthy? Like, why was I released by the Eagles and things like that. But like you said, it was just a numbers game. It wasn't anything to do with health or like me not being ready. Coach Nick and Coach Singleton said I did a great job. They said that I came in, picked the offense up really fast. So I'm back home right now in my hometown, and I'm training with a guy who used to train me in high school. I'm doing a lot of stuff because the journey that I've been on, I've been able to pick up so much stuff and learn so much that I can pretty much train myself. But sometimes you need somebody to still hold you accountable, so you can just work a little harder. So I'm working with one of my guys from back in high school, and I'll definitely be ready when somebody calls.
No, I know you will be, and that's why we wanted to pop you on here so people can kind of get to hear your story, know that you're healthy, know that you're ready, rip roaring, ready to go. Who's your agent in case any teams are tuning in or scouts are watching? Who's your agent they should get a hold of?
Hector Ruiz with Tri Sports Agency is my agent.
Oh, good man. Hector's good people, man. Hopefully he's tuned in. What up, Hector? Um, Good friend of the show, Hector Ruiz. So you're in good hands there with your agency. Hey, it's going to be tough, right? Because another 864 guys are getting cut by 4 p.m. today. But all it takes is one. It's the old saying, all it takes is one. And whether that's Jeff Fisher, Nick Sirianni, or another team to be determined, DeAndre, I know your time is coming. I know you're going to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And I'll tell you what, when you do get picked up by another team, we'd love to have you back on the football playbook. And I'm excited to see where your football journey takes you to next because you are a man of perseverance. And to take that journey from the USFL to the NFL to be here today, I know you love the game. So we appreciate the time. Any parting shots, shout outs, thank yous, anything you want to say before we let you boogie?
Yes, sir. I'll say shout out to Hector. He's doing a good job. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Coach Nick for having me when he did. Just shout out to everybody who's inspired me along this journey.
Absolutely. And if you do get brought back to Philadelphia, DeAndre, hit me up. We'll go get a cheesesteak and chop it up, man. Appreciate you hopping on the Football Playbook, and definitely be in touch. All right.
Yes, sir.